What's going on, guys? It is Matt, aka Bounty, and as you can probably tell if you watch my other videos, this is not a gameplay video, and this is going to be some different content today. One of my other big hobbies and passions is tabletop role-playing, and I have game mastered for quite a while. I haven't done it very recently, and I'll get into why, but one thing that I want to share with people is these tools that I'm starting to use and I think are really useful and really helpful. They are Dungeon Scrawl and Owlbear Rodeo. Since 2020 and even before that, my friends moved away just to different stages of life, different jobs, different states, and that's totally fine. But in order to keep playing these games with them, tabletop games, we had to move to online software, especially because we use 5th edition, and that's a very combat heavy game, one that requires a grid or at least some sort of visual representation, the way I run it at least. You can definitely do it using theater of the mind and just describing the scene, but that is really hard for me, and I found myself having to cut corners or just kind of fudge things as I went. So what I really like is some sort of grid or map to run on that the players can see, and I think it's more good faith GMing or more good faith playing. And the reason why I think so is because it gives the players neutral access to information. You're not withholding anything from them, and they can see everything on the map, at least what you showed to them. So there are a lot of tools for creating maps. There are plenty out there that are free or freemium, which is like free, but if you want access to the full elements of it, you're gonna have to pay something like Incarnate online. There's also paid dungeon map creators, and I've used one called Dungeon Painter Studio for a long time. It's like a light version of Photoshop, using layers and masks to create a map, to create an image, and you can throw a grid on top of it. And what I did in the past was create maps on there and then upload them to Roll20, because the two things that I really want to share with everyone else is free and fog of war. That's the other part in running maps online, and another part of good faith GMing is having a map that has fog of war, because that allows you to use dark vision or light, and it adds a different layer of suspense and tension to the game, as well as secrets, if there are secret paths or secret rooms or tunnels or a treasure that you want to hide, or an encounter that you want to sneak up on the players. Fog of War is one of the best ways to go about that. And it also adds tension to the players if they can't tell what's going on, if they come to a dead end and they can't tell if there's a secret door or if there's a path that they're missing. It's going to inspire them to look. Whereas if they're in a map, like if they can see everything just like this, and let's pretend that this is a secret entrance, they're like, okay, I'm going to look over here, and they say they roll low. If you run it and execute it like that, if they roll low on their perception or investigation, and you tell them that they don't find the path, well, they're frustrated. Well, I can see that the path is there. Why can't I find it? And so that might lead to a lot of player frustration. But if they can't see that that path is there, if you're using Fog of War and you just say that you don't find the path, then that's maybe might lead to less hard feelings. So some free software, and as well as multi-platform. I'm using Windows and Google Chrome, but I think as long as you can use Chrome and you can download images, JPEGs or PNGs, and then upload them, I think regardless of your operating system, you can be able to run this. The only thing is having a probably a pretty stable internet connection, and that comes with the running software. With loading the map and sharing the map, that might come into question. But the maps that we're making aren't huge, and so without much further ado, I don't want to drone on and on. I want to just show how you can make maps for free and how you can run them for free online, and you can run them using Fog of War. So without any further ado, we are going to get into it. So we'll just start off with Matt Colville's starter dungeon, the Delian Tomb, and this looks like a good kind of a baseline. So we'll go to Dungeon Scrawl, and this is just the website, and then we'll start scrolling, and then we will run the scroller, click out of the update log, and on the left, this is how you're going to draw the map. There's a bunch of different tools. This is rectangle, which is what I'll use for today, and I'll do some more. Maybe I'd like to do some more videos. I can't make any promises, but in the future, ideally, I think this is content I'd really like to make on running different aspects of this, and maybe making maps for you all to anyone watching this to download and to run. So we have a rectangle, which is just drawing a rectangular dungeon room. And what I really like about this, I used to try to make photorealistic maps, but recently I've gotten more and more into the old school design, like hand-drawn aesthetic. We have a path, which you click and drag, and it's going to create like a tunnel. For today's dungeon, we don't need that, so I hit Control-Z to undo, and there's also an undo or redo button up here. We have a polygon, so if we wanted to make a odd shaped room, maybe something like that, and then we can make something like that, or a star. Oh boy, it's testing my drawing abilities here. Why am I doing this? I'm getting distracted already. Oh, well, that'll look funny. What else do we have? Ooh, this is really cool for making towers. A regular polygon. So you just click and you drag for the diameter, and you can make like a tower. And then this one should be the wall tool. So if you walk into, if you want one of the rooms you have to have a wall, click and drag and go back to the beginning. Yep, to create a wall. And then you have a door. So say someone put a really pointless door in this wall, and someone could walk right through, walk right back, or walk around. And then you have stairs. So then you click to make the base of the stairs, like the landing, and then you go forward for stairs going down this way. Go down here for stairs going down, and you can go wide, or, ooh, that's interesting, an hourglass-like stairs. So if we wanted stairs leading into this room, we would make it just like that. And this is a super cool tool. Not that, the mirror. Okay, so let's make something kind of complicated over here. No. Oh, it's going to give away the magic trick. Okay, oh, it didn't show it. Good. So I'll do like a polygon, and then I'll do like a path up here, and then I'll do like another room shaped like that. And then I'm going to zoom out, and we're going to use the mirror tool. This is super cool. And then it's going to make a copy of the image over here. Alright, but let's go back to what we're making, because we're going to make this right here. I recommend you watch Matt Colville's Running the Game series, just in general, if you're planning to be running anything. I think he has really great advice, and I've really enjoyed watching this series. But this is, I think, a great starting dungeon, because there's a trap, there's a combat encounter, and there's a puzzle all in here, along with secrets. So we'll start, and we'll make this dungeon entrance too wide, and I'm not making it to scale. And if you notice, if you put it like that, you're going to have this wall right here. Well, how do you get rid of that? Well, the easiest way I know how is to just go over it, and it erases it. So we got a wall in, and it'll cut. Now you see we're running out of room to the right. What we're going to do is press spacebar, and I'm just pressing spacebar, and then you move your mouse around, and that allows you to pan. And then we've got a little bit of a bigger room right here. Again, this is just for proof of concept. I'm not trying to make it exactly. I'm just trying to show you guys how to use the tools here, and you can go and make your own. And then we're going to come forward, and then we're going to head up a couple blocks, and then we're going to make a room up here. Here we go. Now for the secret, what I recommend is you don't put the secret room right up against it. It's best if you leave a space, and I'll show why when we get to the, and the same thing was true with roll 20, but I'll show why when we get to the next part. In fact, let's pretend there's another secret right here, and let's make it go right there, just so we can do a comparison. Oh man, there we go. So let's say there's 2 secret rooms attached to this room, but this one is separated by 1. Let's keep going, and then we'll make this big secret room right here. Well, you're probably gonna look at this and say, Matt, that just looks like a map. It doesn't look like it has anything on there. Well, there are some assets on here. If you go down here to add image or text layer, and then you can upload your own stuff, your own images. I don't know what the limits are, if there's a maximum amount you can upload, but we'll go to, I think it's basic building. No, not that. Grassy roads. Oh, can we put this outside? Can we scale? Oh, not that. Hey guys, I'm back. Just figured out how to scale. So to rotate an image, we already discussed, is you tap R on your keyboard and then rotate it to your desired angle. To scale, you just press T, and then I'm just moving my mouse. Say we want a really big grassy knoll. There we go. And then let's rotate this. When you scale this out, it starts to look very Charlie Brown-esque. And then boom. So you just hit T on your keyboard and then move it up and down, move it around, and then click when you get the right size, and there you go. And that's how you scale. Coffin, crypt. Oh well, maybe it'll come to me. Alright, so this is pretty much good enough. So when we're done with this, you can obviously make this a lot more complicated. But when you're done, you're going to go to File, you're going to export, and we're going to make it a rectangular download. And we're going to select, make sure everything is fit inside, give it a little extra room just in case. Boom. Alright, and now we're going to go to Owlbear. Oh no. We are going to go to Owlbear Rodeo. We're going to click Start Game, and then you can use a password so random people don't join. I don't even know how that would work. But we'll use my YouTube name. Start. And now we're going to go to the maps, and I've already done a couple videos, so I can delete that one, remove. We're going to click the plus button right here to import the map, and there it is, map right there. And we're going to click it and select, and here we go. But we're not done yet, because if the players loaded into this map, if you sent them the link, they'd be able to see everything that you're seeing right now. So let's go to the fog tool, and let's zoom out, and let's cover the whole thing in fog. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, because when you first load in, these should be crossed out. But if they're not, go ahead and cross them out, because the red is deleting fog. Alright, so you as the game master have control over what they see. So let's say they come in with a torch, and so they can see about that much. And let's pick, this is a fighter, I'll pick a fighter. And if you want to move around, because see I'm in the fog tool right now, click on the move tool, and we'll have like a cleric. Which one is the one for cleric? Paladin. Oh, that's a weird choice. Alright, so we got a fighter and a cleric coming in. And then they should have one for like, oh cool, like a dragon. There we go. And actually, let's try to stay true to Matt Colville's thing. So we'll take this, drag it down here to delete it. We'll have some goblins in here. And then you can scale them. Like if this is a really big goblin, you can make him scaled up to ginormous, Tarrasque size goblin. So for the enemy boss, you might want to make him like look different. And I'll do another video later on tokens. But let's say, alright, they have entered the dungeon and you want your players to be able to see what they can see right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to click add party member. I'm going to copy this link, and then I'm going to pull up a different browser. I'm going to pull up Firefox. So it does not think, because if I pull up another Chrome tab, it might think that I'm the game master just running in a different tab. So I've copied the link in here, and I'm pretending to be a player. So on this side is what the player is going to see, and on this side is what the game master is going to see. So we're going to put in password. So we just see what the game master has revealed to them, and the players can move their tokens around. But here's the thing. Say the game master's like, there's a goblin right there. Well, the players can move those tokens around too. So it takes you're gonna have to have some good faith playing and GMing, but hopefully you'll have that. So say they take down that goblin, they move up further, and then they move on through. See, the more and more is revealed to them. And let's say if you have a complex dungeon and they move through, and like if you have a dungeon where there's lots of monsters moving around, I guess this goblin's a party member now, and you want there to be a chance of suspense, or like the chance they could be ambushed from behind, you would just make sure fog cutting is off and erase however much you wanted to, and now they can't see. Okay, so let me get to the point I was mentioning earlier. Let's say they get in here and the fighter, he solves the riddle. Excuse me. Oh, it's going to contradict my point. No, it's not. No, it's not. It should be good. Oh no, it is going to be good. Say we accidentally reveal a little too much. The players can see that there's no etching over here, and they can see that there's a door. So the fighter's going to be like, well, I'm going to move over here because I can obviously see that there's a door. But if you do that up here, there's a little more forgiveness. And if the fighter solves the riddle genuinely, then you can reward him with the knowledge that he found the secret path, and you can just move him on through. So that's why I'd recommend, if there's a secret entrance, giving yourself a block of breathing room so that the secrets aren't always revealed. And the players can't really move. Once they move past vision, they need you to put them back on, because I couldn't move past. But in really quick, I didn't want to make this long or verbose. I just wanted to show how to make maps and how to run them with Fog of War. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you give me a like or subscribed. If not, that's totally okay. I just appreciate you watching it, and I hope that this has been helpful. Hopefully it's something you can use, and I hope it makes running games a lot quicker. It makes prep time easier for you all. I'm no expert on these, but if you have any questions or if you want to see me design more or anything like that, just let me know. I'd be happy to do so. But anyways, I really appreciate whoever watches this. It means a whole lot to me. These are a big passion of my own. I've had some of the most fun gaming with my friends playing role-playing games, and so I hope you can too. Thank you so much. Hope you have a good night, good day, wherever you're at. And yeah, thank you so much. Hope you have a good one. Bye.